Greetings to you one and all. Thank you for joining me on this episode on this rainy day of Bayou Gold Guy. I am Bayou Gold Guy, and as you see, we are going ultra mega today in solidarity and support for our president, who has been under attack for the last week by a weaponized Justice Department, and by following down on that, all America has been under attack for this, if that's what they were able to do. So we're showing solidarity here down in the bayou on this rainy day. I'm trying to keep trying to do this just like the other day. I think this is our 8th day of rain coming through. So yeah, I turned it on and literally it started raining on me as soon as I started filming. So we're gonna see if we can get past it and move on. So let us turn to the new gold epicenter of South Louisiana and check out our goods for today, because we're heading to Texas. And that's right, by way of Louisiana, and the new gold epicenter of South Louisiana, where X marks the spot on a nice big box from CROSS CREEK PAYDIRT. So as you can see, we've got us a pretty big box here. $16.10 shipping on it. That's more than I paid for the shipping amount. They cost them more to send it than they charged me. And here is my letter from them saying thank you for your purchase. We hope you enjoy. CROSS CREEK PAYDIRT and Company. PAYDIRT Company, yeah, not in company. And so what we have is a bag of some CROSS CREEK PAYDIRT from China Springs, Texas, and this is just south of Waco, a little bit southwest, I believe, of Waco, below Lake Whitney in central Texas, and a lake I used to fish on often. And we sure wish I'd have spent some time looking in creeks now for some gold, because there's a lot of different little runoff places and around there, I'm sure. So, but I'm not sure if y'all might have heard the CROSS CREEK tale before, but I did this paydirt a year ago. And actually, I'd seen it on another channel. It might have been on Miller or Paydirt Reviews, Golden Paydirt Reviews. But he left, I think it was Miller, and he left a link on his page. So I clicked Texas Gold, and try that out. I clicked on it, and it came up on a website, and I ordered a bag of gold. It went through, and I got an email back from him saying, thank you for your purchase. We're not really sure how this order even went through. We shut down this website, over a year ago, and hadn't been selling any, like in 2019, and this is 2021. And yeah, it was an older video from Miller, and but they honored they said we're gonna go ahead and fill the order. But I talked back and forth with Clint, the owner, one of the owners. It's a family operation. They'd been going through some real family tragedies and some health matters and stuff, and he had told me that like I said, they just kind of honored this for me, and that they were going to see about working something out and maybe getting some paydirt back on the market or something. But that was it. And so about a month ago or whatever, I contacted, went back to my Gmail and found him, contacted him. I gave him a holler and said, hey, how you doing? I hope you're well and all that. And did you ever get back to doing any paydirt? I'd like to get some more Texas gold, to go with my little vial I got. And he told me that they have been selling some on eBay. So if you go to CROSS CREEK PAYDIRT on eBay, you can find their bags. This is a $20 bag. It's $11. What was it? $11.74 shipping. And if you order multiple bags, they charge you, because it's eBay. They have to do that. He said they don't even go around that. They charge per bag on each one. But he's been giving refunds back on postage for people that order multiple bags. So just to know that. And they had a couple of them last time I checked that were still up. So that's great. And really, like I said, so I ordered one up. And like I said, I've been talking back and forth with him about the gold in Texas, and how surprised I was that there even was any gold in Texas, and that all the places that I'd spent all my life there, that I should have been looking for gold in Texas. But he gave me some really cool insights about where to find gold in Texas, and how they look for it, and using using Google Earth to find dried up creek beds and things that are off where they've shifted that'll show up on Google Earth that you wouldn't necessarily see on a map. So very cool. And then on top of this, he said he was throwing in, this is an extra bag that he made up for me of, he said this was just like the bottom of the bucket of his cons, and he had done some test pans and it had some little gold and some fine gold in it and some heavies. So this is some raw cons pay dirt right out of Texas. So very cool to be able. That's why I guess it went up with the extra postage on the bigger box on this. But I'd even messaged him back saying, well, hey, man, I really appreciate that. I wouldn't mind sending you a little extra, to cover the material. He's like, no, don't worry about the material. It's just stuff at the bottom of the bucket. And like I said, he test panned it, and it had some fine and stuff. But it's just the coolness of being able to go through some real, Texas cons. So first time I did it, like I said, I had the first bag that they had sold in 2 years and got to do it on my channel when I was just starting, and that was really cool to have a premiere, a unique gold out that no one else could really get. And this is another one now. As I said, it's rare out there, so check them out and see if they've got a bag on the, like I said, eBay at CROSS CREEK PAYDIRT. And something else that's funny, whenever they'd had it the last time they had the bags, and they were actually, these had been cut. It was CCP, CROSS CREEK PAYDIRT, that was the thing. And I even commented on the video saying how ironic is that it's CCP, which direct, Chinese, and they're in China Springs, Texas. And I don't know if they might have heard that from my video, or if they just, the way China's been going on and put it together. But yeah, you can see they've redesigned their bag. And I even made a joke on it in the last video and on the mail call on this. And Clint commented saying like, hell no, we don't support China. But he said, I doubt very many people really would have taken it that way. I just thought it was the irony of the CCP and living in China Springs, Texas, But, everybody had China berries in Dallas where I was. That's the common tree there. But, so all right, well, let's check these out. I've been rambling a bit here on this, but I said it's a pretty cool story and a comeback of a pay dirt company that, like I said, to get some Texas gold, which is, like I said, these are the only people I know that have Texas gold selling pay dirt. I think I know Spencer17's in Texas, and damn it, I would just call him Texas, but I forget the beginning of the first part of his name. I'll put it on the video here, but I know he's in Texas. I think he might have had some pay dirt, and I think there was someone else. I just have too many different people I got to keep track of. But I know there's a few Texas viewers that are on here that do their prospecting, get out and work it. So, definitely that's I'd love to come back to and from here, like Houston's about 4 hours, and Hill Country's another 3 to 4 hours past that to get down in the rough part around Kerrville and Alano and Guadalupe, where it runs down there. But be a pretty cool trip, except that I have a half a dozen cats I feed inside and outside at the old Hurricane Rescue Project here, Rocky Mountain Live Prospecting knows what I'm talking about on that. And he's dealing with a lot bigger situation than I do. Congratulations to him again on the new property. The new he sent me some pictures of the wolf rescues they're doing, and just out of the animals, and up there the view, the beauty. He's got gold mining that he can do on his property, and a stream, and it's just like Eden. it's Eden in the mountains from what I've seen of it. So I'm really happy for him on that, and congratulations on all the good they're doing, as well as y'all saw that you saw my heart that I got from him and the Creed 9-figure mining made. That was so nice for Schrodinger. So, all right, well, let's start off. We'll go with our $20 bag here to see. Get a nice clean cut instead of always tearing these things up, leaving them shredded. Oh, it is some. You can see the dust kicking up out of that. It is some dusty dirt. So we're going to be looking for some, and that's what he said. So he's saying that where they hit a lot of times, and mostly what he finds is the small, the fine gold. And he was saying he had just been out whenever I was emailing back and forth with him. He was telling me he had just been out working something right on his local. I think that he picked up from his local area there, the creek. And he said he only found like 1 speck or 2 specks, and he was kind of, you know, wasn't happy about that return on it. Was one so he was gonna have to. That's when he was kind of talking about the other spots in Texas where they go and get gold. And I think like Alano is one of the main hot spots or something like that. I really haven't done that much research into it, but I'm gonna check it out and see. So all right, well let's get into some Texas pay dirt here from Cross Creek Prospecting, family operation. I can already see, you can see there's a lot of twigs, and this is, like I said, this is Texas dirt right out of the creek. Looks like a little bug larva there, or a big seed, some kind of seed there, like what you might find out there when you're popping a dove coming up here in September. September 1st is opening the dove season in Texas. Man, I used to look at all that stuff hanging up on there. That is wild. We will be pouring that all off. I remember the first bag. It was very muddy and very dirty as well that I did. I'll definitely leave a link in the either in the description, or there'll be on the end part of the video where you can click on it and go straight to the video too, for the first time I did this a year ago. Actually, I should have probably gone back and watched it before I did this, because like I said, I'm gonna add some more water to it. I got fussed on the Friday night by the chat guys. I'd let Dingy Doris get too low there when we were on Margarita night there, doing the Bering Sea, and I was scraping the ball in the pan. He's like, man, that's hard on the earbuds. So, dude, yeah, I let it drop. So let's pause to get our water levels correct. All right, there. I think that'll save HD's ears. HD Ed. I hope you appreciate that, my friend. I'm thinking about you, thinking about those viewers. It's really about your comfort. So yes, we're doing the big 79 episode giveaway today on this one. Gonna have the special pay dirt bottle with all the Bayou Gold Guy goodies included. It'll be a 0.79 gram since it's 79. And yeah, we're doing the 79th episode. And of course, it's Bayou Gold Guy 79 because 79 is the atomic number of gold. So, and it's video number 169 overall on my channel. So that's kind of cool. I hadn't really looked at that in a while, but, and I think we're at 457 subscribers on the way to 5. So we'll definitely be doing something big on the 500 mark. But yeah, this is going to be doing a bottle on the like I said, the gator eyes and the gator teeth and all the goods, and 0.79 gram plus, and that plus is going to be a pretty cool chunk of gold that sits on top of it. And then our second prize is going to be something I haven't done in a long time. Is going to be one of my display vials of the gator eyes with the gold and other little shinies in there for the display, which you can either take the gold out and keep the stuff in there, or dump it all out, or keep it like it is. All right, let's see what we're getting at the bottom here. And I'm seeing that black sand and little specks of gold showing up there already. Let's see, are we out here in the dark? Maybe not dark, but it is pretty overcast, and the rain is continuing to fall. My neighbor, I was just starting this, and my neighbor just come out. They got a new big Rottweiler pup. Well, it's a pup, but it's growing fast to a big dog, but it's a barker. some of y'all were here, and as I started, he's barking all the way through it, and my neighbor heard me talking. He took him in the house, so I really appreciate that. I'm seeing some nice little bits of gold there. Definitely a different kind of material too than what I'm used to seeing out of the Arizona desert with Vendetta. I've been seeing so much of that, or the stuff coming from Gold Nugget Sales out there in Washington and Oregon. My buddy was ragging on me the other day. Well, you watch one of my shorts for when I was doing the Bayou Gold Guy on the Saturday night grill. He's like, you're from Texas. You don't even sound like a Cajun. And he starts throwing around all this nasty slang Cajun crap. Dude, I'm not trying to promote the stereotype there that you actually live. That is looking pretty damn cool. Damn it! Why do I keep pulling out the pan of he who shall not be named? I need to get another pan. I've been using these same two pans since I started in the Garrett. I've never bought another pan. I really don't like the light blue colored pans. I don't really want a slick, what they call the finishing pans. I like the way the gold looks on the green. I get the best contrast from between the black sand and the green and the fine gold, and I just don't have any reason to want to try something else because this really suits my needs nicely. Only thing I might do would be to do another pan and use the very super fine, like the SOS pad steel wool, rather than the Chore Boy type. There you go. There is our first bit of Texas gold out of that bag, and that is some pretty nice little bits of gold to be taken out of the Texas stream, I tell you. All right, well, I swapped pans and dumped out the dirt, so what we're doing on this one is basically the bottom of the pan. Normally, since I can transfer, like I said, the top layer off, so this should be some, from what we saw before, there ought to be a nice little bit of fine gold collected in this that you'd normally see in the very last pan. Just to be clear, that is some dirty water there. Lots of organics. When I have stuff like that, I'll go through and I pour this out and pour all that through the kitchen strainer to catch the particulates there, and then let the water fall out, and then pour that off, and then dump all the organics right back in with it. So and then usually this is after it's either I've run water through it again, or it's been out in the rain a couple of times that I've poured off. So I don't like it to smell like soap or jet dry or anything like that. Those rinse agents and jet dry are really pretty. Don't smell very strong unless you use quite a bit of it, and you don't need that very much of it at all. So I just hope we're actually on the air doing this tonight with the incidents of this week and our Trump raid, and YouTube coming down and removing my video from my channel for violating community standards that they could only say they think violated. They didn't even have a clear cut. I appealed it. I haven't heard anything back from them. I don't expect to, but yeah, that's people coming out now. A lot of it's going to be coming out. This is basically they went nuclear on this, and it's going to they've destroyed the mutually assured destruction pact they've always pretty much had with the other side of you don't attack ex-presidents and people in office that are high there was a certain because they knew whenever they get in power they'll do it to them. So yeah, Very cool looking gold coming out of that dirt. I think I need to... Let's see, which one have I hit with? Don't want to add any water that doesn't have any jet dry in it to this. Or you'd see little pieces of gold shooting around the top. Yeah, there is some really fine stuff in there now. Like I said, this was, I dumped out, I flipped the pan off over and, or not over, but I dumped the top off into the other pan to use this one. So all this was what was sitting at the bottom. But man, that's Texas gold. The yellow rose of Texas is yellow because it's gold. Now we know what they were really talking about. And I just wanted to point out, I don't know if we talked about it on the chat the other day, but when I was doing the last video and I was putting in my hashtags in the description, I had entered hashtag Vendetta Week, as I have been doing since we were all doing whenever we were doing Vendetta Week, and it actually came up with its own heading this time, where like they do when they've got it said 100 channels and videos. So Vendetta Week, actually, we put in enough that it had enough exposure that it caught on as a true hashtag now. So congratulations to everyone who made that happen. That's pretty cool, I think. We've broadened the the content of wherever hashtags are come from. I called it up on Google looking. I don't know how to call up a hashtag. I've never done any of the Twitter or anything that used hashtags other than YouTube seeing them, but I just put them in because John R. Prospecting told me you should have hashtags in there on them, so that's what I do. But it only came up with maybe a dozen videos, and a lot of them were from Vendetta, and there were a couple of mine and MYKILL's, and I think A3 there was, but not 100 channels and 100, so I'm pretty sure I wasn't looking in the right search. So, but all right, well, I'm not gonna keep y'all, I gotta clean this out down, but just check that out, man. That is some nice Texas gold. Central Texas, I believe this is from Central Texas. He might have gone somewhere else to get it from them where he was in, because I'm sure he goes around other parts of Texas, but still Texas gold. All right, we were at the bottom of our last pan here of our $20 bag, and like I said, man, it's some cool material, a different kind of rocks for sure, and a good amount of this black sand holding. I really should have gone ahead and classified it down with the kitchen strainer on this. I didn't even think about that with this smaller gold. I've gotten so used to just kind of doing most of these. We just kind of do them natural, unless it's got a lot of fine gold in it, and I already knew this did. I just did not think about it till afterward. But yeah, for the next bag of cons here is going to be I will be classifying that down, because he already told me it's just going to be very small and fines, and I imagine it'll be something like what we're seeing here. But that is some pretty gold. And then whenever I get done, the sun has come back out now and steamed everything up for us in between the next round of thunderstorms that'll roll through, I'm sure, in an hour or so. But gave me a chance to go out there and go through it out in the sun. And yes, there was still a lot more, even finer fine gold in the dirt once I gotten through this stage of it. So there is a bit of a challenge to this, especially if you like the small gold like I do. This is a good bag. It looks like we're getting a really nice amount of gold here. Like I said, it's small. It's always hard to tell when you're dealing with this small stuff, but it sure spreads out pretty. Hell yeah. Texas gold. Yeehaw. Alright, well, I'm going to, let me see, tap that over to the, walk that over. Okay, so let's dump most of that out. We'll put in some fresh. But yeah, there's going to be quite a bit of black sand to clean out of this snuffer dump on this stuff. And I have, usually you just kind of go through this and pick it up as you expose it like this. I try to, when I'm doing the reviews on it, I try to accumulate more of it to show at a time. But so there's the bulk of it. I'm going to go back through out here in the sun, give it another good once over, and we'll dump it out and see what it looks like. But I can already tell we're going to have a beautiful snuffer dump on this fine stuff. Very vendetta-ish to me. Look at all that. Look at all the little tiny specks there that were just in the sweep around. A little quick backwash. That's hard stuff to suck up too, because it sticks to the pan. So, all right, well, we'll be back. All right, let's see what our snuffer bottle looks like here. Looks like we're all cleaned out there. That's looking like a pretty nice batch of gold to me. Yes, indeed. Very nice. All right. Well, that's going to take a few snuff rings and such to get that cleaned up with all that little fine black sand out of it. But it will be well worth the effort, because that is some very nice looking gold there. So, all right. Well, let me get this. I'm going to go ahead and get this cleaned up, wet classify what I went through, and check it for fine gold, because I imagine I've got some of that really tiny stuff just like that. You see there, almost a flower gold, because it's glowing like that because it's in the camera. It's much tinier than you're seeing it even there. So here we have our wrap up cleaned gold. I think that was 4. I had to go through it 4 times to get the fine sand out, but very nice looking little pile of gold from our $20 bag. So made for a beautiful pile, very clean gold. Well, we've got our gold sitting safely over here in our pan, set to the side, out of the way, well clear the edge of the table, and we are going to get into our bonus bag that Clint sent us in with our order from CROSS CREEK PAYDIRT. Like I said, this is from the bottom of his bucket of his cons that he had. And he just made them up and threw them in for me there. So that was just very cool. And since we're looking for small gold, we will definitely be, let's go ahead and swap these out, classifying this stuff down. When I wet classified that other down, it you know, it separated fine. I found nothing in the larger strainer size at all. And like I said, just a few little pieces there from, damn, I'm running out of pans again. Let's see, bigger stuff we'll just have to dump in there for now. So y'all know we're guess the number we do between 1 and 100, and it starts when you hear the bell. So there you go. Pick a number, any number, as long as it's the same number I picked. and we are off. I think you'll like these prizes tonight. And I imagine we'll be doing a guess the weight coming up next, leading up to 500. If they don't shadow ban me again, it's I'm not even sure that this will still be playing. It as of today, it was still up on the website. My first video, like I said, YouTube erased it from my channel. It violated community standards because you're not allowed to even speak anything contrary of the 2020 narrative. It's just it is just unheard of. That's just the level of censorship. So let us I'm gonna add a little more water to this. We'll be right back and get into it. All right, we're gonna go ahead and just go through this big stuff because I don't expect that we should be hitting a lot in this, and I don't have an extra holding pan, so we're just going to pour it through this initially. The water will be dirty, but at least we won't have so much organic material floating in our way. So yeah, this may be a bottle of Texas dirt that you get off of this giveaway. I might just make up the pay dirt and the because I'm going to be combining all this together since it's Texas, and of course it won't. I'm not going to have that much Texas gold to put in for the weight of it, but yeah, you'd have some genuine Texas pay dirt material, and of course it'll have the usual Bayou Gold Guy enhancements with a little bit of that extra black sand, or maybe a little pyrite, mica, some galena. No telling what's thrown in there, along with the other variety of goodies. Just got in a cool order of rubies. Might end up with a nice big ruby in there. Yeah, that just not having that organic material floating in the way helps a lot. Even with a little dirty water, it's not terrible. So I have to say thank you to everybody who hit 9,000 views on the 28-day time this month. Thank y'all so much for that. I mean, a lot of that that's bumped that up is the shorts, and even though they're not necessarily gold related, most of them, it has brought more viewers to the channel and some subscribers, and it's and they're fun to do. So, but yeah, that's definitely the highest that we've hit on the on the channel before, so I really appreciate that, and all the comments, and thank you all so much for especially all the Patriots on the channel that responded to the video that I had kicked off and then reposted with the censorship the censorship added. But it's always great to hear the Patriots speaking up, and we are ultra mega America first. And we got the, on a equally disgusting and disturbing note, although in a different way, I saw that they couldn't say between 7,000 and 8,000 cases of monkeypox now spreading across the United States. And you think, oh well, man, that's well, in Homa there were 4 recorded cases 3 weeks ago. As of 3 days ago, it was up to 42 in this little peasant town. I think it's got 1 gay bar. I don't know where the bathhouse is. I'm sure there's one somewhere, but again, it's just repugnant. They locked you down, masked you, covered your kids up for COVID, but they will not point out, acknowledge, or call out the group that is the just an insignificantly ridiculous small number of the population that again is spreading a vile, disgusting disease freely with no protected class. I'm telling y'all, man, it's just bringing that into the classroom for your kids. Sit on their lap and at the library for drag queen story time. Yeah, just like I said, vile. Wow, nice piece of gold there, but it's just crazy. Look at that chunk there in our bag. Very cool. Now I think that is my biggest piece of Texas gold right there. I will have to look at the last bag, but I believe that is sweet. Just check that out. Very nice, Clint. Thank you so much, brother. That's very cool. Look to that. That Texas got some nice gold there, Makes you want to go find some of that. This is just the bonus bag that he sent me out of his, like he said, out of his bucket, his cons that he'd collected. And he had done the test pan on it, and he just had hit, some small and fine gold. We're going to start with about that much and go through and check it, and then we'll, we're not going to go through all that together. We'll go back and forth on it, but, again, there's our organics showing up. But yeah, man, that was a nice piece of Texas gold there. Excellent. Again, making me want to go to Texas. Oh, damn it, that's what I was going to do, was do the black sand. Well, let's check this. Let's check our other, what we have in the, oh yeah, look at that. Texas has got it some black sand, my friends. Yeah, hell yeah. Yep, that's why you want to watch out when you take it out. That's why you always hold it around the ring. Obviously they're holding the pan. You don't want to pull it straight up because it will pull up and grab a little bit on the magnet, but it wipes off pretty easy. And what doesn't wipe off, you just take you a little bit of tape and it'll stick it and clean it back up to being shiny silver. So if we hit the number yet, I can't guesstimate how much time's passed between the pauses and what I might be editing out. 3 winners though. It's just one number. I'm gonna make it a little easier on myself this time. But yeah, man, that is a nice amount of gold showing up there out of these cons in our bonus bag here. Look at that stuff. That is, yeah, that is some small and fine gold, no doubt. Again, I just love it that it's from Texas. Holds pretty tight there too. All right, well, I'm going to go through this again and give it another look, but just check out, that is just in the cons. Like I said, we've already got our bag we paid for. This is just one that he sent us to as a friend, and man, that is just awesome, and it just looks beautiful. So all right, we'll be back. Oh yeah, and something else I wanted to ask y'all, if you had this come up on your feed on your channel. It came up literally 3 minutes or 5 minutes after I had reposted the Trump video that they erased. It showed up on there. So even the full description and the title, whenever you touch it, you see. And so as you can see, I give it a 5 stars, and it's you know, click on one of those buttons. Make sure you give it a 5-star inspirational or something to really make it sound good. But I've never seen that. I saw that because I was on my personal channel rather than the MYKILL Gold GAW channel on YouTube, and I think that's why, just to see if it was showing up on the feed, and I saw on the like the community section there, but it was that one of those voting boxes there, you know, thing like that. So I just was wondering if y'all had ever seen, if that had ever come up before, or if they'd stuck that in just because of what was going on with them, or because I mean, I just figured my channel was too small for them to be posting stuff like that on it. But I don't know. But yeah, I thought that was unusual that was up literally within 5 minutes of it coming out, asking, you know, what did you think of the video? I was like, well, dude, it just came up. I don't know. I just found that odd. But all right, we're at the bottom of this one, so let's go ahead and see what we've gotten down to here. Got the jet dry in the bottle here, so that gold will not float away or get diluted. That was just crazy, that nice piled over that first pan out of concentrates. Bottom of the bucket concentrates, and I'm seeing that fine tiny specks already showing up over there. Oh, look, and check that out, man. That is very fine gold. That's impressive. All right, I'm going to get this cleaned up and be back. Well, I'm getting down to the bottom of another one. I just wanted to show, look at this. I mean, this is some of the tough a fine gold bag as just about any I've done, trying to get this tiny small gold out of here. And like I said, it glows and looks bigger in the pan than it is with the scale here. It is some little tiny stuff, and it really clings the pan, and the hematite and magnetite that's in there just really makes this challenging stuff. I mean, I've been working at this for a while, getting this one down, and it is just very cool, man. This is the bomb right here, man. Like I said, if you could bag this stuff up, you'd have a hell of a product there. like I said, this is as tough as, or tougher than a number of some of the small gold that I've done, that the material was, you know, easier material to get it out of than this. And of course I did not take that those magnetics out. I put it back in the dirt after we looked at it, so I'm not sure how much of this is magnetite and how much of it is hematite. But the way it seems to hold, and the variety that I keep pulling down and having to move around, I'm thinking there's a decent variety of both in there. But you got it down like that. So again, just check that stuff out, man. That is some some tiny. Everything's bigger in Texas, but it's I guess it's also tinier in Texas. That's cool. What I forgot to mention there when I was showing that that survey box there from the channel, was right below it was a video from Timcast IRL about Killary and her fundraising off of the raid of the FBI, and wearing that hat that said "but her emails." I mean, literally just flaunting her crime, that, you know, look at me, I got away with destroying 30,000 emails, smashing a BlackBerry with a hammer, you know, bleach bitting my computer, lying to the FBI, you know, stealing documents, destroying documents, and here Trump is, and I got away with nothing, but they're raiding Trump, you know, and she's wearing that hat. But I mean, just touting her crime. And that's just how pathetic and disgusting these people are. We are at the bottom of our last pan of our bonus bag, and it has been at least a couple hours getting through the rest of this, and I still have to go back now, and we'll do the snuffer check. But just look at that fine. This was some really challenging material to get out. Getting that super fine stuff. It's been a lot of fun, I have to say. Thank you again, Clint, for basically spending the day in Texas here, because this has been all day, a couple of bags on this stuff for sure. But that is some incredible cons that you had there. Getting that naturally occurring gold out of dirt like that's just really, you know, a lot of pay dirt say you'll find, you know, you can find some naturally occurring gold in there, but never in a quantity like that. Pretty good bottom of the bucket, I'd have to say. So I'm gonna go back and work. Go back and work through this again, and then we'll do a snuffer dump and see how it looks. All right, let's see what we look like here. Oh, I'd forgotten we had that big, we started out with that big piece. I saw that fall out. I'm like, what the hell? I'd forgotten all about that. It's been a while. Like I said, I've been out here working on this for a while. It was not a quick rip through it bag, which made it very cool. Yeah, I sucked up a lot of black sand getting this stuff picked up. You can see that fine gold just fanning out across the pan. It's just washing down. And this stuff, I mean, it's hard. This fine stuff, it does not want to walk up. You have to pretty much scrape it up and push it up when it drops down. But then it flows, you know, relatively easy compared to how hard it is to try to knock it back up. But check that out. Holy cow. That is beautiful. And our big chunk. lot of gold that's already washed down to the bottom. So like I said, this is going to be a little while getting this all cleaned up for the final snuffer. But, and again, you can just see the, why is my focus so jukey on this today? I don't understand. But check that out. That is some tiny ass gold. And then our chunk. That is our bonus bag. And I mean, you can see I have to push this stuff with my finger. It's not the only way to collect it. It does not wash. It does not tap up. So just the extreme fineness of this gold is incredible, and very nice. Pour some of that water off. Oh, you can see it just left it dragged a trail all the way down as that nugget slipped down. A trail of gold coming off of there. But incredible stuff. Incredible stuff. So let's get this dried up, and the other pan dried up, and we'll check it out. I know we're running long on this one. I'm going to have to do some editing, I think, on this, because we still have to pick our winner. I'm assuming that we've called for stop here. But yeah, look at that trail of gold where it slid down. So let's get right to business. I know we ran a little long on this one. So on our episode 79 giveaway, the winner is, congratulations, number 56. And there is a first, second, and third place on that. So, yeah, congratulations. I will tally up the, well, by now I guess I've already figured it out when you're seeing this, since we called for stop, but congratulations. If I don't already have it, email me your information at BayouGoldGuy79. Meanwhile, we've got us 2 different bags of gold dried up and ready to go here. So without any more dallying around, that is our bag of gold off of our pay dirt bag. Our scale is zeroed out, and I did test it. It is ready to go. Calibrated properly for a 20-gram weight. So let's see what do we have off of our $20 CROSS CREEK Paydirt bag of some very fine Texas. 0.282, so that's very nice. 0.281 to 282. So we will definitely say a big thank you to that one and take that. Let's write that down because I'm going to be adding it to my Texas gold vial that we have, which is right here. That we'll be adding. I don't know why this thing seems to be blurring out so much on this video today. So let's put that back in our holding pan there. And check out, there's our pan of our dried gold with our nice little chunk in it. And just look at that, just fine gold. And again, this is just stuff that he had that he's told me it was in the bottom of his 5-gallon bucket, some that he had back, and he hadn't really, he'd done a test pans on it. And like I said, I've already said that. Yeah, it goes in a while between me saying it and doing this, but yeah. So let's see let's start out like that little chunk and see what that little nug weighs. 0.133 just on that chunk. Very nice. And then that super fine gold. I mean, that was almost some flour gold in there for sure. Wow, 0.422 grams on that. That is that's crazy for some natural cons coming out of the ground. I'm really impressed with that. Thank you so much, Clint. I really appreciate you. And like I said, I offered to, say, hey, I wouldn't mind sending you a little extra for the extra stuff or the poster or something. He's like, nah, it's just, It's just some that I had. And man, I'd be going back to that spot. So we're going to combine those. And let's just remember, I haven't looked it up. I've got it in my book. Let's see what we had off of the last bag that I'd gotten. And that's some chunkier gold in this one. Some bigger, 0.16, yeah, 161 off of that one, which is very nice. I was glad to get that for some Texas gold. You can see these are some bigger flakes. Not near. There's a little bit of fine stuff in there, but not nearly like what we had in this stuff. But you can see that too is just some beautiful, beautiful gold. So let's just do a total here, and we'll see how much total Texas gold I have to put in the vial. Holy cow, 0.18151. Oh, it's jumping. What did I say? Let me stay clear for. Oh, sorry, I got you turned the wrong way. 0.858. And then it jumps to 6. I don't know why it's making such a big jump. But yeah, almost pushing close to a gram of gold on that. So I need to get another one of these 0.861. That's what that's one we're gonna go with total. So very nice. We'll take a look at it. We get right back. Well, as you can see, we have got some beautiful, fine gold. You got a little bit of black still in there with it, and there's that cool chunk from our cons bag. So I added up the numbers: 0.282 grams on the day I bought this, which was going for $1,733 an ounce. Gives us $11.79 value on this gold from this $20 bag, which gives us a 59% ROI. So not bad at all. I mean, look at that. There's a shiny gold. But I'm real happy with that. And then, again, thank you so much, Clint, for throwing in that cons bag that just pretty much stole the show here, my friend. That was just gorgeous. And, again, this gold is just... I moved the little container, it zoomed in, it just jukes around so much. But you see that stuff, how it just moves around. But it is compared to the fine gold that I had from the Arizona gold. This is definitely a different kind of gold. A different fine gold for sure. And then, like I said, our cool little chunk here. And I wish the light would show it like it looks here in person, because it is just really golden gold, beautiful. But check that out. That's that's a nice chunk. Like I said, beautiful stuff. So again, well, yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker! That was a fun bag of stuff to do, and some beautiful gold. And like I said, I'm going to try to get another order in so I can have at least a gram. I may put it over a little over a gram of some Texas gold. So thank you again, Clint, and again, Deanne and Liam, and thank you to everyone watching and supporting the channel. And something just to wrap up, this is the next day from where I started this yesterday, because I was cleaning that stuff out for almost 7 hours, getting through that cons bag. So it was a process. But I had another email that came in today. And I'll just give y'all what they gave me. Hi, Bayou Gold Guy. This is from YouTube. We have reviewed your appeal for the following, our President Trump under siege by the criminal left video. After taking another look, we can confirm that your content does not violate our community guidelines. Thanks for your patience while we reviewed this appeal. Our goal is to make sure content doesn't violate our community guidelines so that YouTube can be a safe place for all. And sometimes we make mistakes trying to get it right. We're sorry for any frustration our mistake caused you, and we appreciate you letting us know. We've reinstated your content. If your appeal was for a warning, you will be allowed another warning in the future. If your appeal was for a strike, we've removed the strike against your channel. You can find out more information on YouTube. So that's it was in their own words, so it was kind of hard for them to deny. But I am going. I don't want to take down the new video just because there's been so many people have commented on it, and I don't want to take away the views of the people responding to this that have supported. So I'm leaving the original one up, and on the second one that I posted, I'm going to revise the title and take off this trumped on my First Amendment parts and just retitle YouTube reverses or something to that nature, and I will put a comment in the description of that video saying that they did retract the first they did retract their decision and made it right on the. But I'm not taking it down. So like I said, there's a lot of good comments on there and statements from people that are outraged and feel the exact same way I do, or even more so. And I'm not going to erase those. They're going to stay on there. So. But thank you all so much for your support on this, and I've actually gained subscribers off of it, I guess, because the number keeps growing. So I was expecting to have it drop 4 or 5 whenever I see it, because I always do when it's something like that on the channel. But I think a lot of people know what to expect on mine, especially this week. Like I said, we're a little more into it this week because of what occurred and what is still occurring with this. But it's not going to be, we're not going to be focused on political on this like any more than it has been in the past. This one just a little bit. So again, congratulations to number 79. And like I said, I'm probably going to be making up a vial of the Texas pay dirt for this winter. And then our gold, I don't have them made up yet, but we'll be getting a vial like this of some Bayou Gold Guy Gator Eyes and gold in it. And probably at least 4/10 of a gram, but it'll be in bigger chunks so it shows up good on the display. And then the smaller vial of that too for third place. So, and also some Trump goodies and paraphernalia and coins and that likes of that. So, again, thank you so much, and congratulations to the winner. Thank you to CROSS CREEK PAYDIRT, and shout out to MYKILL for about to hit 200 on. He's pushing 200 now on his channel. He's growing really fast. If y'all aren't familiar with MYKILL, MYKILL, check out his channel. I'll leave a link on that. Another shout out to Doug Odette, who's been a real friend of the channel, and actually I've spoken to him in person for a really cool guy and does some good videos, and his channel's growing too. Actually, we've got a number of channels that are relatively new that are taking off and growing fast. So support these guys, and I guess that will do it for this one until next video number 80. Episode 80 will be I know in wedding terms, the 80th anniversary, if you actually make it to that, is oak, diamond, and pearl. So I'm going to focus on the diamond part of that for episode 80. So if y'all saw the mail call, you know what pay dirt that is going to be going out for that one. So, and then we'll also be throwing in a new addition to the channel that'll be a regular segment once a month, and I think it's gonna be called something like the Vendetta Monthly Gazette or something because I'm going to be doing. I just got my new Patreon bag of pay dirt in. It's a new one, IQ Dirt. So we'll probably be doing that one usually on the Saturday of the month, whatever, because it always comes out the first of the month for the Patreons. So that'll be a regular monthly feature, is what we get from Vendetta on our Patreon bag, because he seems to change up the dirts in it each month. Last one was the San Miguel, and so this one's IQ. So it'll be just a cool thing to see too. So look forward to seeing you on that. So now, until the next time, thank you everyone in chat. Thank you watching this after the fact. Congratulations to the winners, and peace out, my friends.